Hey, so I'm gonna do this one a little different. I still have the cards out from when I did the reading. The video wouldn't record on my phone. I didn't even realize it wasn't recording. Anyway, your reading is still out, so I don't even have to do it again. I'm just gonna go over it and kind of explain explain what I did initially that didn't record. So this is in the order that they came out too. So the first card was the Death card, which was change and forward movement, okay? And then the Knight of Pentacles came out after it, and see how they're kind of facing the same way and they're kind of like moving forward on horses. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is a very stable, and this is why I said like they feel like you have a good head on your shoulders. You're strong, you're sturdy, you're balanced, you're firm on the ground. Grounded. You're grounded here on earth. You're not like flighty and whatever. You know what I mean? And they really, really like that influence in the connection that you have on him, okay? Because this is how they're viewing you. Definitely this is change, like in constant, change is the only constant, right? So they do see that you're in flux a lot, but even through that, even through all the changes in the influx in your life, you remain steady. And you have a good head on your shoulders. I don't know why that keeps coming up, but it does. They really like that. And then the next card that came out was the Lover's card with the Hierophant, which this is when marriage popped up. And I was like, what? And so these two cards came out indicating marriage, right? Then these three followed it. So it was kind of like, yes, marriage has come up in the situation. You guys have discussed marriage. His family as well has discussed marriage about you two, and what they initially came to was that with the Hangman, they would prefer that you guys wait, because there's still a lot of unknowns with the Moon card about life. And this is actually the single card. So like strong, independent, built, 9 Pentacles all by herself. And then that 10 of Pentacles is over here. You know, the combination is when you finally get the 10 of Pentacles, when you guys come together. But you need to build yourselves on your own first. So a postponing of that is ideal, but it has come up. It has come up, and they've thought about it. And also within the discussion of marriage and joining the family type of thing, they do see this stable influence that you have despite all the changes. Now down here, so the King of Cups came out with, I remember, yeah, with the 5 of Swords, which this is kind of like shady behavior. And you see his face. I pointed out his face in the other reading too. Just how you're feeling kind of sus about them, they are feeling kind of sus about you, and what your motivations are for joining or wanting to, like y'all already married, what your motivations are and your intentions are in the connection, and they are kind of sus about it, and they want to make sure that it's pure and honest and good. Same as you, I'm sure. And then the Judgment card came out after that, indicating that just keep being you. Just keep being you and collaborating with them as familial energy. And you see how Judgment is kind of like the truth. The truth will be seen. The truth, everything comes to light. So just keep being you. Because we all know, anyone that knows you knows how good-hearted and kind-souled you are. Also, work on your pentacles. Maybe not focus so much. So what this means is focus on your money. Maybe not focus so much on this relationship as the focal point of your life, but focus on making yourself stable and balanced and independent. And then if he's still there, then great. You know, you guys join forces and become that 10 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups and become unstoppable, right? But you guys still, it's ideal to kind of build separately. Still have each other for support or whatever you know, whatever the relationship is like for you guys. Another thing I want to say is he is very, he's very awake. A lot of people, or a lot of kids your age they're way more awake than like we were at your age. And it's like that by design. So I think you're able to have so this is also like burdensome. You're focusing on this situation way too much. You're able to have good conversations with him. You can be freaking hair. Oh my God. You can be truthful and open, without fear of like his emotional retaliation, because he seems to have, again, he's very logical, rational as well, and awake, which is all wonderful. So, and this was the final card to come out, which is all the options that you both have in front of you right now, as at your age and at this point in life. And it would be a shame to disregard any of them. It'd be a shame to disregard any of them. Take a look at each cup, what each cup has to offer. That's the point of life, is to kind of explore everything and see what fits, what doesn't. See how this figure's black, so he's kind of like in a negative energy about the overwhelming options that he has. But you can flip that and realize that it's a wonderful thing. Even if some of the options aren't wonderful, it's still a wonderful thing to have them, if that makes sense. And the opportunity to look through different things and see what you like, see what you don't like. And most importantly, you guys, this is turning into like a reading for both of you guys, but you're both awesome. You're both very awake individuals, very smart, very caring, very intuitive. And there's time. If marriage is a thing, there's time for that later on. There's lots of time for that later on. And kind of focus on building independently so you can come together with a foundation that's hella strong. So just, yeah, that's kind of what came out. I want to reiterate, if you're feeling a little sus, the energy is very real, because, you know, a little suspicious on both ends, because that's just human nature. And they want to make sure your intentions are good for being in the relationship, and they do see the good influence you have in the relationship. All right, so let me know if you have any questions, or if you want me to elaborate on anything further, I will. But that's kind of what came out. And I'm sorry, this is so out of the norm, just the way this is the way I'm doing this right now. It's not usually like this. But again, let me know if you have any questions. All right, I hope this helped. Bye.